All eyes remain on the southeastern states of the U.S. thanks to Tropical Storm Debbie. We've got days of heavy rain ahead and, of course, tropical storm hazards. Now, it hit Florida as a hurricane, bringing powerful winds. We saw some tornadoes from that system. Exceptionally heavy rain as well, and it's dragged that across northern Florida into Georgia. And by Wednesday, it's expected to pull out into the Atlantic. Now, current projections show that it is expected to strengthen here, swirling away in the warm waters before it does start to work its way inland once again, moving northwestward. So we are expecting it to make landfall again across southern parts of South Carolina. Now you can see the stats there, 95-kilometer winds, so not as strong, but still they're going to be very gusty. We've got warnings out for catastrophic flooding, and that's thanks to the large amounts of rain. Now we could see 250 to 500 millimeters in places, potentially 700. We've also got a storm surge with that along coastal areas. Now, towards the end of the week, it's going to work its way from South Carolina into North Carolina. That's into Friday. And by Saturday, we'll see a drenching along the U.S. East Coast. Hello there. We'll start by looking at the satellite image for the Middle East and Levant. And you can see a patch of cloud that's wandered across some of the Gulf states. That's brought cloudy skies to the likes of Qatar, the UAE and Oman, bringing as well a shower or two. But the skies do start to clear Wednesday into Thursday. We'll see temperatures come down for cities like Doha. We are expecting the humidity to pick up with that. Elsewhere, we've got more bursts of heavy rain across western and southwestern parts of Saudi into western areas of Yemen. We could see some flooding from that more intense rain. But further north, it remains a very dry and hot picture with a fierce heat coming back in for Iraq and Kuwait on Thursday. And fierce heat is the story across the north of Africa, not just for the northeast, for places like Egypt, but also Algeria, where we've seen temperatures peak up to 49 degrees Celsius. It's very hot and dry here Wednesday to Thursday, much wetter further south of this for the likes of Sudan. We could see further flooding here. And flooding is likely around coastal areas of Kenya and Tanzania as a little weather front works its way further inland. Largely settled further south of this, apart from Cape Town in South Africa. We've got a weather front approaching here, sweeping in by Thursday. Hello there. We'll start down under in Australia, where a strong cold front is cruising its way across southern parts of the country. It's going to bring some showers to southern parts of WA on Wednesday, some stronger winds as well. And you can see by Thursday, it has shifted across towards that southeast southern areas, getting a drenching from that rain. But further east for places like Sydney as well as Brisbane, it does remain rather sunny. A few showers could be spotted, however, along coastal areas of Queensland. But across the north and extending across more central and western areas, it is a fine, dry and bright situation on Thursday. It's largely unsettled, however, for the southern island of New Zealand. There's the rain from that weather front that starts to pull in on Wednesday. It's going to bring a wintry mix up the South Island, eventually edging into the North Island. It all looks rather unsettled here on Thursday. And the unsettled weather continues for northern parts of China. The Meiyu front has shifted its way slightly south, but Shaanxi and Shandong will see some bursts of rain by the midweek. It's much drier further south of this, the heat and humidity continuing to grip central and eastern parts of China, with 38 degrees in a very hot Shanghai. Hello there. We'll start in North America, and all eyes are in the southeast of the U.S. We've got more wild weather to come from Tropical Storm Debbie. Now, on Wednesday, it's set to pull out into the Atlantic, where it could re-strengthen before moving inland once again on Thursday. It'll bring a drenching of rain to South Carolina. We are expecting exceptional amounts of rain, which could cause catastrophic flooding. It'll then pull its way further north over North Carolina, but still bring a drenching to the eastern seaboard of the U.S. You can see those storms pulling into New York and Washington, D.C. It's largely quiet across more western areas, though temperatures are set to come down across the Rockies. The heat, however, will continue to build across the deep south. Houston and New Orleans seeing 38 degrees Celsius there, so pretty roasting on Thursday. Now, it's largely quiet across the Caribbean. Lots of sunshine. Much of the energy from the region is being pulled across the Florida Panhandle. panhandle. Some bursts of rain for the Bahamas on Wednesday can be seen, and some heavier rain across southern parts of Mexico, but it remains largely hot and dry across the north here, with 35 degrees Celsius in Monterey on Wednesday.